Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. Are you in Miramar or surrounding areas in South Florida? Pastor Tafari Cunningham and the Emmanuel Supernatural House of Prayer, they are inviting you to church this and every Sunday, starting at 11 o'clock in the morning. Services are held at 2101 South Palm Avenue, Suite 201 in Miramar, Florida. Come for the divine encounter. You can email your prayer request toeshouseofprayer@gmail.com or you can call 954-612-2332. That's 954-612-2332 for more information. See you at church this Sunday. Come and be blessed. Now, in the news today, I carried a story yesterday. It was about that Rossi's High School past student, Mr. Christopher Ricketts. He is also known as Stamma. He was involved in a motor vehicle accident on Monday, and like I said, he showed no sign of injury. Stamma later complained of feeling pain to his head and his eyes. He was taken to the G West Medical Facility in Fairview in Montego Bay, where he died sometime after 1 o'clock. There has been many speculations as to what could have led to Stamma's death. I received a WhatsApp message from someone in the know, and it is my view that this message might put an end to some of the speculations. The person would have watched the video I posted yesterday evening. So the person wrote, "Good evening, Popeye. I am messaging you in reference to the news you carried regarding Stamma. He is my..." Now, I've blacked out the relationship. The person continues, "What most persons don't know is that Stamma, he has been battling a rare cancer for over a year now. He got news recently from his doctor that the cancer was gone about a month ago. We got news from another brother in Jamaica who was at G West with him that he was in a coma shortly after he arrived. They did a CT scan on his head, but unfortunately, he died before they got the results." Listen this now and listen carefully. The results for the CT scan were, however, shown to the brother that was at the facility with Stamma when they pronounced him dead. The results showed that there was a mass on his brain. We are awaiting the autopsy to see what really happened to him. So, based on what the person is saying, Stamma had a brain tumor and most likely he did not know. If you should Google brain tumor, you would see some of the side effects. It is possible that it was the brain tumor that led to the bus that Stamma was driving, running into the back of the Voxy. This is not me saying I saw it go. I'm just telling you what the possibilities are based on the new information. A postmortem will be done on Stamma to find out what really led to his demise. Sad indeed. Now, that couple on your screen, that's Petra Antonio Evans. He is 41 years old, and his wife, Nerissa Evans. She is 40 years old. Petra is an ex-policeman. In May 2011, he was sentenced to 9 months in prison after he was convicted on a charge of simple larceny. Both of them, they are the owners of that car dealership on your screen. It's called Petrolex Auto Imports. We're learning that over the weekend, both Petra and Nerissa, they were taken into custody by the St. Andrew South Police. The allegations are that a businesswoman and her husband, who is a pediatrician, contacted Petra and Nerissa in March of this year. They contacted them to buy a 2022 Ford Ranger Wild Track motor truck. The truck would have cost $7,350,000 Jamaican dollars. The arrangement was that the truck would be sourced and delivered in 6 weeks. It is alleged that a total of $5,679,000 was paid over to the company. 6 weeks turned into almost 12 weeks and the truck was not delivered. The buyers contacted Petra and Nerissa on many occasions and they didn't get the truck or a refund of their money. As a result, a report was made to the police and Nerissa and Petra, they were both taken into custody. Well, charges have now been laid by the police. Both Petra and his wife Nerissa, they were charged for fraudulent conversion on Monday of this week. So both of them, they'll be facing a judge shortly. In this next incident, we are learning that early yesterday morning, Tuesday, July 4, about some minutes after 3 o'clock, the police, they carried out a raid at a house at Bogue in the parish of St. James. Intelligence was received that guy on your screen, he was at the house. His name is Kenroy Roach. He's popularly known as Kenny or Tika. He is 33 years old and he's wanted for the March 2021 murder of Jermaine Brown. If you look on your screen, there is a thumbnail for a video that we carried on April 26 earlier this year. If you go back and watch that video, you'll get the full details on the incident that Tika is wanted for. We are told that the police, they received intelligence that Tika was at the house at Bogue, but what we must understand is that some of these guys, they have persons who will watch the road for them. We are told that on the approach of the police, Tika, he jumped through a window and made good his escape. The house was searched and bingo. If you look on your screen, a total of 156 live rounds were found. This includes 49.44, 64.380, 1 9mm and 42 8mm cartridges. The police, they also found 27 lead sheets and 1 cellular phone containing names, phone numbers and addresses of persons living overseas. Intelligencers, big up on yourself. St. James Police, job well done. This next incident, it took place Monday night, July 3, about 9:30. It took place at Sunderland in the Amity Hall police area of St. James. We are learning that a man, he's called Ralston and he's said to be in his early 50s. He was sitting in a bar when 2 brothers approached him. One of the brothers is known as Durant and the other one, he's called Astin. It is said that both brothers, they accused Ralston of thieving some money from their grandmother's house, but Ralston, he denied it. It is alleged that Durant, he pulled a gun and opened gunfire at Ralston. Ralston, he ran off making good his escape, but it was later realized that he was shot. He received gunshot wounds to his left foot. Astin and Durant, they then made good their escape. Ralston, he was taken to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted. So, both brothers, Astin and Durant, they are now wanted by the police. In this next incident, we are learning that early Sunday morning, July 3, about some minutes after 3 o'clock, 2 guys, one of them is Vincent Siaga Wray, but he was popularly known as Ray. He was born on May 30, 2001. He lived at Marl Road in the Garden Pen area of Spanish Town in the parish of St. Catherine. It is said that Ray and another guy, he's called Poochie, they went to the Chinatown area of Central Village on a motorcycle to visit a female. It is said that that female was not at home, so they were now riding back out of the community. Now, you remember the other day, I told you about two gangs that are operating in that Chinatown area. One of them is called the Elbow Gang, and the other one is the Draggy Gang. Well, it is said that when Poochie and Wray were leaving the community, they were stopped by a total of about 10 gangsters. These gangsters, they were armed with rifles and handguns. It is said that the gangsters, they then questioned Wray and Poochie. They then proceeded to rob them of their cellular phones and the bike. The hoodlums, they then opened gunfire at both men, hitting them in their heads and their upper body. The hoodlums, they then escaped, leaving both men for dead. But guess what? When residents from the area made checks, one of the men was still alive. The residents, they rushed with him to a nearby hospital where we are learning that he was admitted in a serious condition. We are told that when the hoodlums became aware that one of the men was still alive, they went back to the scene where they moved the one that had died, that's Wray. The hoodlums moved his body. We are learning that on Monday, July 3, the police, they received certain intelligence. As a result, they went to Rockland District in the same Central Village area. About minutes to 10 o'clock Monday morning, the police, they went into the bushes at Rockland District. Wray's body was found there. It seemed as if the hoodlums who dumped him there, they were in a hurry because on the scene, the police found 49 5.56 and 28 7.62 rounds. 5.56 are used in M16 and AR-15 rifles, while 7.62 are used in AK-47 rifles. The mayhem. So, by now, you might have heard about the killing of that ex-policeman on your screen. His name is Donovan McLean, but he was popularly known as DJ. He was born on February 5, 1990. DJ was a party promoter and he lived in the Hotline Avenue area of Caymanas Gardens in St. Catherine. The incident took place in the vicinity of the Caymanas car wash along Track Road in the same Caymanas Gardens area. It took place Monday night, July 3, about some minutes after 10 o'clock. We are learning that the now party promoter and other persons, they were at a car wash when a white Toyota Axio motor car drove up and stopped. 3 hoodlums, armed with guns, jumped out of the car. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire at the persons who were at the car wash, hitting 4 of them. They then jumped back into the car, which sped away, making good their escape. DJ, he received gunshot wounds to his upper body, and from all indication, he died on the spot. A 55-year-old man, he received gunshot wounds to his abdomen, his right arm, and his back. A 19-year-old bus conductor, he received gunshot wounds to his left hand, and a 23-year-old car washer, he received gunshot wounds to his left hand and his left side. They were taken to a nearby hospital where they were treated and admitted in serious and stable conditions. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 10 9mm pen shells were recovered from the scene. Now, maybe, just maybe, you have heard a voice note being circulated. That voice note is implicating a female in this shooting. I'm not gonna play the voice note as yet. I have spoken to the female and later today, I'm gonna be bringing you that conversation. Stand by for that. The mayhem. Now, in this next story, it took place early yesterday morning. Tuesday, July 4, about 1:30. It took place at Whitehall in Negril in the parish of Westmoreland. We are told that residents, they heard gunshots being fired in the area. Now, I am not sure whether or not the police were called, or if the police made checks. But about 6:30 yesterday morning, the residents, they stumbled upon the lifeless body of a man. He was lying in a pool of blood. The police were called, and when they inspected this man, he had gunshot wounds to his upper body. He appeared to have died from when he was shot early in the morning. Now, up to the time of recording this video, I hadn't gotten his name, but he's said to be in his early 20s. He's of a dark complexion, about 6 feet tall. He was dressed in a multicolored t-shirt and blue underpants. When the police processed this crime scene, 3 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. Now, if and when we get the name of this man, we are going to be updating the story. In the meantime, the mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all, so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be the first to be notified. And remember, we are going to be dropping another video later on today. I'll be having a conversation with the young lady who is being accused. In the final story for now, this one took place early yesterday morning, Tuesday, July 4, about 12:30. It took place at Bottom Pen in the Glendevon area of St. James. We are learning that residents of the area, they heard gunshots being fired. When the smoke was cleared, the residents went and made checks. In a yard, they saw a guy lying on his back in a pool of blood. He was identified as Niccoy Duff, but he was popularly known as Koi. He was born on January 6, 2000. He lived at Bottom Pen. We are told that residents, they called a family member who was quick on the scene. That family member, he drove Koi to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced DEAD on arrival. Koi had received gunshot wounds to his upper body. The police were informed, and when they processed this crime scene, 10 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of